I'm sure you can already hear them, but today's topic is our meat chickens. I want to give you an overview of pretty much everything that's gone down since we got them, because I haven't really talked about them. Pharaoh, sit. Good boy. Alright, I'm gonna tether you here. Yeah, I hear you, Pap. I hear you. Okay, you stay here, and I'm gonna go over there and record a video, okay? So it's feeding time right now, which is why the chicks are being extremely loud and a little bit crazy. So we're gonna feed, water, and then I'll catch you up on everything. As you can probably tell, they are about ready to not be in this brooder anymore, but this weekend we're gonna finish their tractor, so just a couple more days, and then they're out of here. These things are so nasty. Actually, you know what? We talked about it. I'm gonna go get the other one and we'll forget both of those. So let's go do that. This is where our old laying hen's coop used to be. And since they free range now, I really don't need this water in their coop at all times. So I can give it to the meat birds because they need a lot more water. Not the best job to be doing in flip-flops, but it's a little late now. For them, I add in these electrolytes and vitamins, and then I also add some oregano essential oil. Just helps with like gut health and their immune systems in general. Anyway, I do 1 drop per gallon and then 1 scoop per gallon, and this is 3 gallons, so you know, 3 of each. Give it a good mix. It'll mix more as the chickens drink from it, but it's just to get it all started. This is absolutely my least favorite chore, is cleaning out their feeders twice a day. And filling them back up. It's just, there's so much poop involved. Which luckily, once they move to the tractor, they'll be getting a different kind of feeder that I don't have to do this with. Putting the feed in is the fun part. It's the exciting part. The birds like frenzy, and it's not like they're actually hungry because we have food out here for them almost 24/7. They just go crazy. They look like sharks. So enjoy this. So let's talk about Cornish Cross chickens. I'm not loving having meat chickens. To be honest, they're gross, and we had a pretty bad experience starting out. The hatchery we ordered from, we just really didn't have a good experience. We ordered 50. We lost 17 of our 50 in the first, like, 72 hours or something. I contacted the hatchery. They sent us 15 replacement birds. Exactly, there were like no extras in the shipping container. One of them was dead on arrival, and then we lost 8 more. So I was extremely displeased. I don't know if something happened in shipping, like if they just weren't handled very well or what, but it was very discouraging. That's a lot to lose, especially with most hatcheries saying that, like, you know, 90-some-odd% of them live, and our survival rate was like down in the 60s. It's just not great. But the hatchery did try to make it right. They did end up giving us a refund on all of the birds we lost. So, I probably won't order from them again. Just for transparency's sake, and so that you have this information going in, I did order them from Hoover. They weren't my first choice. I had several other hatcheries in line before them, but because of the big boom with all of the scary stuff going on and lots of people trying to buy chickens, they were just selling out so fast that the next possible date for me to get them would have been like now, in April. Instead of when we got them almost 3 weeks ago. So we took the hit with getting from a hatchery that I didn't really want to buy from, and it shows, unfortunately. I did talk to some other homesteaders to make sure I was just doing everything right, because it's been a very long time since I've had chicks, and they assured me I was doing it by the book. I even went by Hoover's guide to make sure, and it wasn't great. And it's unfortunate. I wish I had had a better experience with them. I wish I could be singing high praises. I don't like talking negatively about anybody, especially on a platform where a lot of people see it. And that's, you know, not cool to have to do. So, now that that's passed, let's talk about some other stuff. We have the brooder set up here in our carport. It is a disaster out here. No judgments, okay? The design of brooder that we used was actually, this is from Lumna Acres, for the most part. The top was kind of improvised, but the bottom is Lumna Acres design, and perfect. I love this thing. We did have them indoors for a week because we were losing so many. I was afraid maybe that it was a temperature problem. It wasn't. They're about to move to the tractor, which is right there. It's not done. We are finishing it this weekend. I'm excited for that. And then they'll be out of my carport. So this tractor that we're building is a pretty popular one. It was designed by Farm Marketing Solutions. You know, it's like a $15 cost to like buy the blueprints for it, whatever. It's been a little difficult to put together. Some things just didn't quite work the way that they sounded like they were supposed to in the blueprints, but that could be operator error. We're getting there. We're getting it done, and then thankfully the chicks will be out on pasture. We'll run them in this little side yard that we have, run them in the front yard, move them to the backyard, and then they should pretty much be ready for processing. So far, I am much preferring to raise meat rabbits rather than chickens. But the nice thing about chickens is they can stand a little bit more heat, whereas our rabbits are about done breeding for the season because it's gonna get so warm that they can't stand it. So that has been our experience so far with the meat chickens. I really like the brooder setup. I really like the feed that we're using, which is just an FRM, like everyday feed. It's nothing special. I know like organic is better and stuff, but if you financially can't do it, like we can't, then that's okay. You can do whatever you can afford to do. Don't put yourself in a hole trying to make things better. Just because you're raising it at home, it is going to be better for you than buying it at the store. Just my little advice. Maybe I'm just saying that to make myself feel better, but you know, if it works for you, then cool. I will be sure to keep you guys up to date on my meat bird opinions as time goes on, but I just wanted to let you know about this because I did say I was going to in that video. So, you know, here we are. I'm holding up my end of this promise. If you liked hanging out in our little corner of YouTube today, please consider liking, sharing, or commenting down below. This just tells the YouTube algorithm that you liked this video and that it should show it to other people. And it's a really non-committal way of supporting us. Now, if you feel like committing to us, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell, and that just means you're going to get a little pop-up telling you when we put out new videos. If you would like to get to know us on a little bit more personal of a level, a great way for you to do that is to check us out on Instagram. I post there on a daily basis. If not an actual post, then I'm updating our stories pretty regularly. And it's a great place to see things as they're happening, instead of on YouTube where there's generally a little bit of a delay. So thanks for hanging out with me today while I got honest about these birds with you. Until we meet again. Bye, y'all.